All right, Saturday. We moved to Saturday. I put this game on our list because it's a good game. It's two of the better teams in the Sun Belt, James Madison and Old Dominion. We've got James Madison, 4-point road favorites, 52 the total. I certainly like this to go over. You got this Alonzo Barnett at quarterback for JMU. He's been very good. This offense continues to put up points on a weekly basis. I think that continues. George Pettaway running the ball, Cameron Morris, Amarion Dollison. Two good receivers as well for James Madison. Meanwhile, Old Dominion, their own offense has been flipped for the good, really, ever since they went to Colton Joseph at quarterback. This is like John Mateer all over again here for Old Dominion. Very similar style quarterback. Can throw, but he can run as well. I'm very impressed with his ability to run with the football. Don't be fooled by the App State game because you got Old Dominion coming off a bye week, which is also an advantage for the Monarchs here. They lost their game before the bye week, but Joseph moved the football at will. They ran the football well with Aaron Young. Isaiah Page had 205 receiving yards against App State. What hurt Old Dominion? Yeah, they lost 3 fumbles, and Joseph threw an interception. So 4 turnovers in the game for Old Dominion. They probably should have won that game. They probably would have won that game against App State. So I don't penalize them too much. You clean up the turnovers, you probably would have covered and won that game against App State. Let's not forget, before that, they beat Georgia State on the road as dogs. They hammered a pretty solid Georgia Southern team. They beat Texas State outright as 10.5-point dogs, 24-14. This is an Old Dominion team playing good ball. I'm tempted to take Old Dominion as a home dog off a bye week here, actually, as well. Not easy because James Madison's very good, but I will point out with James Madison, 7-2, they're a great team. They have been shaky on the road on a couple of occasions. ULM, 17-point road favorites. They lose outright. Georgia Southern, 10-point road favorites. They lose outright. They've been awesome at home, but they have been a little shaky at times away from JMU, away from their home field. So I'm leaning ODU here. +4 with that great Colton Joseph at quarterback off a bye week, and I like this over. I definitely like the total, maybe even a little bit more in this game. CMAC, what do you think here? James Madison, Old Dominion. It's a good one in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, I have to. It's shorter than I'd like, but this is Old Dominion here or nothing off the bye at home. Joseph, he's been the difference, and they don't turn the ball over. They are in this or they win it, straight up. He's played really, really good, which I was worried about because he kind of looked like shit, because Wilson was just an average quarterback, and he was going through injuries. But he's really turned it on.
Got 400 rushing yards in 5 starts. I mean, the guy can motor too. Unbelievable.
The guy can move. Yeah. And he talked about it was the bad spot, their favorite on the road, even at App State, who's been playing bad. I was like, what? Look out. And they have the horrible game and the fumbles, but they'll be prepared for this one. James Madison beat him last year too. I was on 19-point dogs. I think at JMU, they lost 30-27. A whole different situation this year, but James Madison's still good. One thing, after they beat down North Carolina, there are 2 games on the road at Monroe and Georgia Southern. They lost. This team just hasn't been good. I'm sure they talked about that, but I think this game is tight, and I'll take the 4 with Old Dominion.
You put on an Old Dominion game since Colton Joseph became quarterback, and you put on a Washington State game with John Mateer right beside it, you can't tell the difference. Mm-hmm. This is exactly the same style of quarterback. They throw, but they're really good running it as well. 2 lanky white kids running the football like crazy at quarterback. That's what it reminds me of, those 2 guys. The comparisons are off the charts.